Hey everyone, welcome back to Training Alpha. Today we've got something special lined up for you. We are diving into the world of business analysis using Microsoft Excel, and we've got a fascinating case study to walk you through. Now you might be wondering, why Excel? Well, besides being widely accessible, Excel offers robust features for data manipulation, visualization, and analysis, making it an invaluable asset for professionals across the industry. Whether you are a business student, an aspiring analyst, or just looking to enhance your Excel skills, you are in the right place. We will be exploring key Excel features from simple to advanced functions to make sense of data and derive meaningful insights. But wait, there is more. We are not going to talk theory. We've got real-world case study to apply our skills. This case study will help us analyze business scenarios, make informed decisions, and present our findings effectively. Trust me, by the end of this tutorial, you will be equipped with practical Excel skills that you can directly apply to your own project or in your workplace. So, are you ready to dive into the world of business analysis? Let's get started. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment below if you have any questions, or if there is a topic you would like us to cover in future videos. Now, let's roll into the videos. Let's get started. Case study 1. MBA season final, Jesse sales analysis. This is a problem that you have to solve, a business analysis problem for one of your clients. So let's read our case study. Jayomi is a sports wear vendor who plans to order basketball fans jersey from the manufacturer for the two teams in the NBA finals this year. The fixed cost of every order is $550, and the variable cost per jersey ordered is $10. The selling price is $21. However, 2 weeks after the NBA finals, any leftover jersey will be sold at $7. Because Jayomi expects that demand for the jersey will slow down after the finals. Jayomi's best guess is that the demand for jersey should be 1,300 jerseys at the time of full price. Jayomi is thinking of ordering 1,350 jerseys. So he wants a spreadsheet that will let him experiment with a certain demand and his order quantity. So let's move on. So this is our Excel sheet. The first thing we'll be doing is let's pick out the details that we're given in this case. So let's look at what we're given. The fixed cost. So let's pick out costs. So let me use a bolder font. Okay. So the fixed cost, we have a fixed cost. Is $550. Then we have a variable cost. Which is $7 per jersey. So let me format this so that it can look like. Then I want to indent this. Yes. So those are the costs. Then our selling price. We have the selling price, the full price, and the reduced price. So per jersey we'll be selling at $21 till after 2 weeks after NBA finals, and any leftover will be sold at $7. So per jersey we'll sell at $21 at full price and $7 at reduced price. So per jersey. So what are the other things we are given? The demand, yes. Then the jersey you want to order. You want to order 1,300 jersey. but is expecting demand to be 1,350. So what are other things we are given? Ordered quantity or demand. He said he's expecting demand to be 1,300. Then the ordered quantity is 1,350. Yes. So those are the things we are given. But to solve this problem, what are the other things we will need? We need to know our total selling price, total cost, total selling price, and the profit and loss for him to be able to analyze this data. So let's move on. Let's add the other data we will need. Before we will be able to know the total quantity sold, we need to know the total number sold, total sold at full price. So let me take that up. Then total sold at reduced price. And we can have our total cost as the total is spent on ordering for those jersey, and our total revenue or total amount makes from selling this jersey. Then we can get our total profit or profit and loss. So let's see the profit or loss. So it is expected that whatever we are doing, our profit and loss calculation should be very simple. It should just be your total revenue minus your total cost. Currently it's 0. So but let me format this so as a currency. If you want to see the formula, let's use formula text. Click here and this is the formula right here. So here we are looking at total quantity sold at full price. Let me put quantity. And total quantity sold at reduced price. So let me expand this place a little. So how do you know the total quantity sold at full price? If the demand is 1,300 and in order 1,350, then it means it cannot sell more than what is demanded at full price. So he would have sold 1,300 at full price. Then normally what he would have sold at reduced price, or what would have sold at reduced price, would be equals to this minus this, which will give him 50. What if the demand is now higher than the ordered quantity? Let's assume the demand is 1,400, because what he wants in his question is he wants an experiment that he can, what he can use to a spreadsheet that he can use to experiment with a certain demand and his ordered quantity. The order quantity and so these are expected to be a changing value. You want to do an experiment so that you will be able to know the business decision is going to make. So I would like to color this place so that we know those are the values that are changing. So this is one. What if this change to is demand change to 1,400? It means if you order 1,350, it would have sold the 1,350 at full price, and there won't be anything to sell at reduced price, and we cannot have a negative value for selling. So how do we solve this? Whatever will be sold at full price should be the lowest value between the demand and the ordered quantity. If the demand is higher than the full price, it means is going to sell only the order quantity. But if the demand is lower than the full price, it's going to sell the demand and it won't have anything to sell at the reduced price. So how do we solve it? We could just use minimum to know which one is higher between these two. We can use the Excel function minimum. That's the minimum value between these two. And this will solve it. So when the demand is higher than the order quantity, it can only sell what it has. So it would have sold one. And if demand is lower, let's put 1,300 here, it would have sold 1,300. But we've not solved for this. So let's assume he ordered the demand is 1,400. We cannot have a negative value for sales. It means we would have finished selling everything at the full price. So how do we solve this? So that this will only pick the value that is needed. So let's look at this again. The way we can solve this, we can use the max value, the max Excel function. So if you subtract this from this, if the value is less than 0, then you will compare it with 0. If it's less than 0, it will give you 0 value. But if it's higher than 0, it will give you the other value. So that's why we are using the max value. The max value is saying let's subtract the order quantity from the demand. If you subtract the order quantity from the demand, if you subtract the demand from the order quantity, if the answer is positive, then the max between that and 0 will be the positive value. But if the answer is negative, the max between the two, maximum between the two quantities will be 0. So this would have solved our problem. So if I change this to 1,300, you can see, if I change it, if I pick 1,500, so anytime the difference between these two tends to the negative, 0 will be here. So anytime it's positive, it will pick the positive value. So let's calculate our total cost. So our total cost will be the fixed value. Our total cost will be the fixed value plus our variable cost times ordered quantity. That's total cost of. Then for the total revenue, which will be the addition of what this was sold at. So it will be equals to what did you sell at full price times the value at full price plus the value at the total quantity sold at reduced price times multiplied by this. So you can see all our formulas. So if this is changed to 1,300, you can see what his profit will be. If you decide to, if there is a demand of 1,000, this is what his profit will be. So this is a typical case of a business analysis that we've just solved. We have produced together a simple spreadsheet to solve this business case analysis that you can pass on to your client to do his own experiment. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel so you can continue to encourage us to produce more of this kind of videos. And you can also look at our YouTube channel for other helpful Excel videos that you can learn from. Thank you. Meet next time.